Welcome back, guys. If you are just joining us, this is INX Prime Live. Remember, we are on your screens every single Monday to Friday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, tonight we have the pleasure of speaking with Richard Labuschagne. Now, he is the marketing manager of the Happy Island Waterpark at Mzansi Theme Park. Now, with an impressive career spanning over 2 decades, Richard's drive and expertise in business management has been crucial to the success of the Happy Island Waterpark. Now, we are going to chat to him right now in studio. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us here at INX Prime Live.
Thank you so much. What a great welcome.
You're most welcome. I want to get into this conversation with you. I know a lot of people are very excited. You know, this time of the year, amusement parks, water parks, everyone's very excited. It's the festive period coming up as well. For the people who don't know about Happy Island Waterpark, maybe perhaps give us a little bit of an introduction as to what the water park is all about.
The water park is basically a very large water-based theme park. Okay, we have more than 17 attractions and rides and slides. Our gem is the wave pool. It's probably the largest wave pool in Africa. It caters for all kinds, for the high-speed junkies to the little kiddies. We have pools for the children. We have mainly the slides themselves. You know, there are 17 different attractions on the park. You know, the lazy river itself is probably one of the biggest attractions in the park. The people seem to love the lazy river, and yeah, it's just a fun full day in the water.
I mean, that's beautiful. I'm just looking at some of the visuals as well right now. It does look absolutely incredible. You know, you're talking about the lazy river. I mean, another lazy river that we know of, it's very popular in South Africa, is the one that's available at Sun City, which is about 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes away. This is obviously a lot closer. You know, what makes the Happy Island Waterpark so special in that sense?
It's basically catered for that fun event. Obviously, like you've mentioned, it's a lot closer. Our rides and slides are comparable to them, but it's the sheer size of Happy Island. There's space to move, there's space to run. Everything is bigger. The wave pool, for instance, it's a 10,000 square meter wave pool that has the most incredible wave action, you know, that we run every weekend. So, from a fun perspective, from a space perspective, people love it. I mean, there's the wave pool.
Yeah,
I mean,
looks like a lot of fun. I mean, look at how many people are in there. You know, everyone's having such a great time as well. Look, so when did this actually begin, Richard? When did you guys open your doors? Because a lot of people, you know, I love social media and we're always seeing all these beautiful visuals. But when did you guys actually open up?
Right. We did a soft launch in 2018.
Okay.
Just to see what the market was like, how people reacted to the park. And then we had a full season in 2019, and it's continued on from there.
It looks great. And I mean, also just understanding, you know, the kind of market in South Africa. We look at some success stories and some failures, and we look at, like, for example, Go Reef City. Go Reef City had a huge incline for quite a long time. There was a bit of a decline, it's starting to grow back again. There was another place, though, in Cape Town called Retanga Junction. We know that they closed down their doors many years ago because, you know, it just didn't work out for them. You know, what's the current understanding of the market in South Africa? You know, is there a huge demand for these type of water parks, amusement parks, or is it something that still needs to grow with time?
Absolutely. We have theme parks in Johannesburg. We have theme parks outside of Johannesburg. People want a destination venue to go to on a Saturday and a Sunday, take their children, have a fantastic day out, eat some fantastic food, and just have fun. There are so few of those. That is the draw, that's the attraction. People want to take their families, go to a venue where they know it's safe, where they can park their cars safely, and have a great time. And our social medias and comments reflect that.
Yeah.
People love it. They have the best time.
Yeah, and I mean, also just looking at, you know, Retanga Junction in particular, and they did interview, you know, the guys who actually founded Retanga Junction. They said, you know, a very funny stat was that they actually had the lowest number of hashtags and number of posts in terms of any amusement park in South Africa. And I think that was one of the main reasons why, you know, perhaps they didn't get the exposure that they really wanted to be able to get more feet through the door and more traffic as well. What are some of the strategies and implementation policies that you guys have in place to guarantee more traffic and more people like being exposed to Happy Island in that sense?
All right. So as early as next week, our billboards will go live across Johannesburg. We'll get exposure through the billboards. Our social media is crucial to us. Our TikTok is fantastic. Our website is awesome. All the details, everything you could possibly want to know is on the website, from the pricing to the times. Please, if people could just check in on the website for when things are happening. Insta, obviously X. Our socials are crucial. And then we're going to also be starting a foot campaign where we will be at major intersections, and we're going to be hanging out flyers with my team of marketing people. And we want more visibility for the park. We want people to know. It's just the most amazing thing that people don't know it's there. And it's just, I don't know why. People are looking for a destination to go for the day, and Happy Island is that destination.
No, it does sound incredible. We looked at some of the visuals earlier. I think a lot of people are very excited. We are getting comments and questions coming in from social media. I mean, Zenit was saying that one of the main reasons why, amusement parks and water parks don't feel the best is because, you can go and have fun at these parks, but then getting food for kids and making sure that you cater for everyone is quite a difficult thing, especially when it comes to things like halal or whatever it might be. I don't know if you guys cater more for a halal market in that sense.
We cater for everybody. Okay, we have a full-on setup halal restaurant in our main restaurant complex. We have all the takeaways, all the fast foods, all the chicken and burgers, and we have numerous shops scattered around the park. And we have a full chip and dip on the park. So we cater for everybody's tastes. And yeah, especially the halal. I know the guy personally. He's a great guy and he makes great food.
No, that's great. And I mean, just looking at some of the other questions, I mean, Knox is just quite funny as well. He was saying that, look, sometimes going to these places, like being still young and he's still a student himself, it's very expensive for him to go with him and his girlfriend out to be able to have a fun time at this amusement park. What's the fees like when it comes to admission fees or entrance fees at Happy Island?
All right. So our pricing starts at $250 for an adult, okay, and that goes down to 12 years old. Okay, from 12 years old and down to 3, it is $200, unless you're above 1.4 meters, and I'll explain why. Okay, certain of the rides and the attractions, like the high-speed slides, the box slide, those slides you have to be taller than 1.4 to be on the ride. Okay, so if you are 12 years old and you're 1.4, you're going to pay full price. Okay, 3 and below is for free, and pension is $200.
I mean, that's very reasonable as well for having a great day out, and being able to spend time with community and friends and family. So I think it is quite a well-priced option and solution for them. Let's just touch on this period now, right? Like a lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses, they tend to make maximum profit because this is the time when people want to have fun, they want to just enjoy themselves. When it comes to the festive period, the most important thing for, your everyday South African is that it has to feel like an experience, right? What are some of the experiences that you guys are catering for, as a build-up to this festive period?
All right. The park as a whole, okay, the fun aspect of the park, okay, it's a family venue, and family is critical. So we geared for that family, okay. From the small 3 years and below, the pools are catered. The Olympic-sized pool is there to enjoy. I mean, it's a full 50-meter Olympic-sized pool. But we're catering for that family experience. We want families there. There's a lot to do in the park. I mean, from the slides to the rides and the wave pool and the beach experience itself, there's just a lot to do there. Looking at the sheer size of Happy Island is 380,000 square meters.
That's crazy.
It's 38 hectares.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an enormous place. You don't feel crowded. I think that's a key. You don't feel crowded there. There's space for everybody. And we do cater for that family vibe, where we want the families there. And to enjoy it, as I said, safety is our number one priority in the park, where we have a paramedic on duty, and we do have lifeguards at all the stations watching the people. So safety, making people feel safe is critical for the park.
No, I think that's brilliant. And, that's one of the major issues that people have with amusement parks is actually the safety element to it, especially when you have young kids in particular. And talking about young kids, we have Daniela, whose mom probably sent in a comment as well, or more of a question asking if she wants to actually, not necessarily maybe perhaps book out the whole amusement, well, the water park, because that could be quite costly, but just to be able to host a birthday at the water park. Is that something that you guys are opened up to?
Absolutely, yes. We have a specialized sales team that deal with birthday bookings, and they just need to contact the park. They can speak to a lovely lady called Polite in our sales team, and they will assist with birthday parties and the catering arrangements for the birthday parties.
That's brilliant. And I mean, just looking at some of the comments as well that are coming in, people are saying, this feels like just closer to home in terms of Gauteng, where it's like having your own Sun City to a certain extent, very close to you. Would you describe, what's the difference between, for example, a Sun City to a Happy Island, or Valley of the Waves in that sense, to a Happy Island water park?
So sadly, the water park in Boksburg is closed down as well. Wild Waters is closed.
Yeah.
Okay, sadly. I don't want to make a direct comparison between the two. Okay, the biggest comparison is the distance traveled. Okay, and to travel there and to travel to us. Okay, we are locally based. We're here. Okay, from a perspective of the size, again, I'll need to just describe how big Happy Island actually is.
Yeah.
Okay. So fun in the sun, great food, great entertainment. We do the odd events in the park as well. And those also be on our socials if and when they come up. But I don't think that there's a real comparison between us and them. They've been going for many, many years. They're there. But we have more to offer.
Yeah. And it's important to be honest about these things. I just want to touch on the actual location because, a lot of people are very focused on the actual place and a lot of people are trying to find it on social media. What is the actual location for this Happy Island Waterpark?
All right. We are located at number 106 Lakeview Drive in Mildersdrift. Okay. Coming from Northgate side, it's there, and if you're coming from the N14 Pretoria side, you go off Bayers Nodia and you'll get onto Lakeview Drive, and we are based there.
No, that's very, very exciting. Richard, before we do let you go, though, a lot of people are very excited to, interact with, for example, Happy Island for the first time. Why should everyday South African people and everyday South African citizens spend their weekend or Saturday or Sunday at Happy Island Waterpark? What motivate that?
It's just simply fun.
I love that. Yeah.
It just is fun. And there's no other way to describe it. It's fun.
Yeah, and fun is the most important thing. That's exactly what everyone wants to have at this time as well.
It is like that, Zarif. People want to have fun. People are stressed. People have difficult lives. People want to have some fun.
That's true. Richard, look, a lot of people are getting into contact with us. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people coming through over the next few weeks and months. But, we do wish you guys all the best at the park as well. But thank you so much for joining us tonight on INX Prime Live.
Sarif, thank you for your time.
No, you're most welcome, guys. That is Richard Labuschagne, who is actually the marketing manager at Happy Island Waterpark. Now, you guys definitely need to make your way there during this festive period. It is actually in Mildersdrift. And if you want to have the best time and more specifically have a lot of fun, make sure that you do spend some time there.